Hello, everybody, and welcome back for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Thank you, Zypher. It's been a long time. So,
It's been a while.
it has. It's been a while. All right. So, yeah, it's been a while. So let's go ahead and get into the recap here. So, the last few sessions you all have spent in the wonderful Witchlight Carnival. Some of you having spent quite some time here, living and working with the carnival for some years. Others of you drawn back to the Witchlight Carnival after a long absence, finally remembering and having a small plucking at the back of your mind's strings of something that you lost long ago when you'd come to the Witchlight Carnival. That is the one thing that each and every one of you have in common. You have lost something of great import to you at the Witchlight Carnival, and the memory of it slowly fading away from you over time has begun to crash back into the forefront of your minds, and you find yourself searching again. Found yourselves outside of the Witchlight Carnival, gathered, the entire five of you, all gathered to, well, mostly attend the carnival, finding an all-access pass waiting for you by an unknown benefactor that you later discover the identity of as one Eliwick Tumblestrum to her friends, and she's a young halfling magic user, we will say, who has a vested interest in seeing you all find what it is that you lost. So she allowed you all to have the most wonderful time at the carnival by providing you all with these all-access passes. And you all managed to make quite good use of these passes, seeing almost every attraction the Witchlight Carnival had to offer and discovering several interesting clues and hints as to what was happening here. Uncovering the fact that some dark incursions had begun at the Witchlight Carnival, and were kind of thinning the veil between some darker planes and the one that the Witchlight Carnival occupied. So, knowing that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would have more answers for you, you all determined to make the best impression on the entire carnival as you could, doing everything within your power to improve the mood of the carnival until the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, after which Mr. Witch and Mr. Light agreed to meet with you all. Your impressions made, the mood of the carnival soaring despite the efforts of one rather bothersome Kenku. The end of the night draws near. It's almost time for the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, and after your meeting with Mr. Witch, and Mr. Light. And there's only a few minutes left, maybe about a half an hour, a little bit less than an hour or so, until the crowning of the Monarch. You all have done many, many wondrous things, visited many individuals, and learned much. But the end of the night draws near. What would you all like to do? You have just left the Hall of Illusions, where you saw a rather disturbing sight, but were able to rescue a unfortunate halfling man from an even more unfortunate fate, reuniting him with his sweetie outside. And yeah, you've just left the Hall of Illusions, and there's still some time yet until the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. So what would you all like to do?
If I recall, weren't we going to attempt to do something to reunite the heartbroken mime and his
lady friend?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do that. She was a mermaid, right?
She is,
Yes.
in fact, a mermaid, yes.
Okay.
Her performance at the Silver Song... Her performance at the Silver Song Lake just before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch was soon to take place. You all could likely make it there in time if you hurry.
Okay, on we go.
Skedoodle.
Let's
Get
do
it out.
that. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, everybody. So, a crowd is gathered this being the last full scheduled event of the evening before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch and the breaking down of the carnival, many people have gathered here. You all met Candlekeep just outside of the Hall of Illusions, morose and unable to speak. He wasn't able to provide much help to you all, but you've heard rumors and things that something had happened just before he was going to make a proposal to Palasha, the mermaid, who is set to perform here shortly. Now, as you all gather, mist also begins to gather at the banks of a shimmering lake.
Oh.
You'll
Good
find
mist?
yourselves.
Creepy mist?
Why don't you make a perception check? Okay. The mist appears to be normal enough. Would anybody else like to attempt to check? I would also accept
I would
survival or nature.
Not
I would like to try a perception one.
Okay.
Let's see that +6 is. Oh god, it does not.
The Hall of Mirrors just really fucked us up.
Right.
So
It's too
you
much.
said you would take
Nature or survival would
Survival,
also be acceptable.
I'm not good at either of those. I'm not proficient. Can I try anyway, or
Sure. Wonderful. We are off
It gets
to
worse and
a
worse.
swimming start. It does. Look at that. It's a nice little digression.
Welcome back, guys.
Get the bad rolls out early, you know?
Yeah,
Get them out.
totally.
Get them out now. Get them out now. Get them out now.
this feels right?
This feels right.
Home.
Fantastic. Okay. Well. A mist, mystical or not, gathers at the banks of this shimmering lakeside. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl. It raises up and out of the water on a platform, and the rocks beneath it seeming to grow beneath her to raise the mermaid and her giant bowl up into the air, overlooking you all. She begins to sing a glorious and haunting song that captivates spectators along the shoreline. In response, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. A dancing individual, alone, circling through, who eventually finds a mermaid, also shaped from the water, and begins dancing alongside. They dance together for a few moments, and then he kneels before her, and then vanishes. Several other scenes like this play out along the water, her haunting songs sung in Aquan, seeming to dance with and move with the motions of the sculptures being created by the water. It's a beautiful song. It's obviously a song of romantic tragedy. Those of you that have heard Palasha's song many times before would know that her songs often reflect her own mood. And she must be in a rather dark one this evening, although still somewhat hopeful.
Question, DM.
Of course.
Is this similar to the song she sang in the Big Top earlier?
Similar, yes. It is a different song, but it does have the same atmosphere, the same vibes to it.
And does this one sound more hopeful in comparison to the other one? Because I remember the one in the Big Top was a little bit more solemn from what I remember, if I'm recalling correctly.
It's about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as the song continues on, you hear from the back, "Boo!"
Whoa!
Palasha
Who is
catches
that?
for a brief moment. Anyone that would whip around would see other people kind of looking around in confusion, trying to see who would say such an awful thing.
How dare!
From another corner of the audience, "You suck!"
Whoa!
And Ku?
People continue to look around, shocked. Palasha's voice catches. You hear another tone deaf.
Do I hear where the voice is coming from?
You may make perception.
We know
investigation
you're
checks.
tone deaf.
Perception check.
Huh?
Ah,
It's
Wow,
just
you guys are
look
great.
at that! Just the progression of low rolls.
Revan is going to look around to see if he can see who sang this.
Me too.
yeah, I'm pushing through people in the wrong direction.
In the
Okay, that's
fantastic.
actually a good one.
Can Gast yell encouragement for Palasha?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make a let's call it a persuasion check. It's a little bit abstract, but yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if you can.
Can
Very
Zephyr
nice.
assist? Never
I
mind.
don't think it'll be necessary.
Nice.
Palasha
Good
kind
job.
of straightens. You can see that she was about to kind of give up, but her song continues. As she does so, you begin, Revan, as you're looking around, you see somebody near the center of the crowd kind of lift their cowl back. A tall, blonde man, likely from the north, tall and blonde, long hair and a thick beard, says, "Wish you were still under the water!" And Revan, see this man call this out, and he looks at you. Make eye contact. This person drops below the crowd of people.
Drops.
He hit
Yep,
the
just
deck.
like sinks.
I want to chase this son of a gun.
Okay.
Murder.
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 Blush's song continues and strengthens. She begins to gain her footing again, and the song continues as you all begin to give chase to a much shorter individual. Revan, with your 20, you are certainly able to keep track of this person. They run, and you see them exit the crowd, your eyes never losing track of them. A face turns around. Long black beak, black feathers, and bright blue eyes stare back at you. You hear
We knew.
in a familiar voice. It's a voice that some of you have heard many times. "Leave me alone, I've done nothing!" And they take off into the carnival. You all hot on their trails.
Who's
The voice of Candlefoot.
He
Who's
took
Ca-
Candlefoot's song. The mime.
Oh no!
Okay,
He disguised himself as Candlefoot and broke her heart.
Ari just stole the mime's voice, one of the two.
yeah. Or a little bit of two, both.
Yeah,
In any case, violence
Yeah,
can solve this.
Violence can solve this.
knowing the love story between Candle and I forgot the mermaid's
Palasha.
name. I know Palasha. I follow after Revan, angrily, fastly stomping, because how dare this creature disturb such a beautiful love story?
Fantastic. So, you give chase as the Kenku winds expertly through the crowds, clearly practiced at misdirection and the art of escape. Let's go ahead and begin chase procedures. I need
Dun, 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 dun.
I need dexterity and/or athletics checks from each of you. Anyone that's giving chase.
Straight dexterity or acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics, sorry.
I'm refreshing.
I'm refreshing. Oh no!
Oh,
So
okay, good.
Aura and Gast come charging out of the audience and barrel directly into each other, landing in a heap at the base of the crowd as the rest of you take off after this Kenku.
My dex save and my acrobatics are the same. Can I just keep that?
That is acceptable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How is someone so tiny so heavy? Get off!
I'm sorry.
So, let's see how the Kenku does against you all. It'll steam the Kenku. Alright. I have to check all of these. Always whisper rolls. Fantastic. And here we go.
One. That's that Kenku.
So, the Kenku's running through the crowd. Zompano, Revan, and Zephyr, you all hot on their tail, turn around and they see you chasing after them furiously. They turn and they duck behind a couple of festival goers, a couple of carnival goers, and they pop back out in a completely different look, disguised as a lithe and tall elven woman. They turn and see that you all have completely seen them do this, and in their surprise, backpedal and fall between two stalls and land flat on their butt.
Good.
Wow. Okay, let's catch him. Pounce.
Are Aura and Gast able to catch up at this
Yes.
point?
So, on doing kind of like a backwards crab walk as Zompano, Zephyr, and Revan all approach, the
With the
Kenku
dagger out.
throws back their cloak, throws up their hands, says, "No, please, please, I give up." Still in
boy's
Candlefoot's voice.
That's not your voice. Quit it.
So, in this time, in a deep, resonant voice, probably one belonging to a dwarf at some point, I've harmed no one. I have caused no issues. I only wish to gain the attention of the proprietors of this place. They refuse to speak to me. Please don't hurt me. I can explain
They
everything.
probably
Causing
Refuse
chaos
to-
is not going to help you.
Oh,
Causing
but-
bad
probably why
chaos.
they won't talk to you.
No, you don't understand. And then, this time, in a gnomish, very high-pitched voice, the Kenku goes on and says, "Anyone who causes enough disruption within the carnival earns an audience with Witch and Light. I had no way of causing as much joy and happiness as you all had. I had to try to counteract it and cause it in the other direction and try to get their attention that way. Please, please."
Well, you failed.
Rather spectacularly so, I must say. And then switch back to Candlefoot's voice. There's so much that you don't understand about what's happening here. Please. There's no need for violence. There's no need for that. Pointing at the knife. I am unharmed.
He would.
Oh,
Zephyr would definitely point the dagger at him again and be like, "Stop using my friend's voice!"
This time, in the voice of an elven woman. If I had a voice of my own to use, I would use it. Candlefoot seems to be the most eloquent one that I possess at the moment.
You steal his voice.
I did. I did.
You need to give that boy back his voice.
he was going to confess his love to Palusha, and now everything is ruined.
I would have given his voice back at the end of the evening. I would have.
Why?
I have no need for
Why?
it beyond here. Go on.
No, it's okay. You already answered my question. I just forgot you'd already answered my question.
So, Kenku rises. My name is Kettlesteam. I swear I only wished to gain an audience with Witch and Light.
Why?
She kind of looks between you all. Many years ago, I made a pact with Zilbina, a very powerful archfey, the ruler of the place that this very carnival comes from. Ruler of the domain of Prismere. Recently, something went wrong. You see, Zilbina and I have a pact, if you will, and She does a small bit of magic in her hands, forming a Fey Queen and a Kenku kneeling before her as this Fey Queen knights her.
It's sort of like a warlock pact, or sort of.
Do I recognize this name?
You do not recognize the name, no. A warlock pact it is, though. Kettlesteam would kind of give you a nod when you said that. But within the past few days, I've lost my connection to Zilbina. Any of you who have known such power would know how distressing this is. I wish to question Witch and Light about what they know. I know this place is from Prismere, and so they may have a connection, a way to talk to her that I don't possess right now. But they refused.
Why didn't you just say that? Oh.
I attempted to. I approached them. I approached that burly bugbear man and asked if I could please speak to them, and he shooed me away.
They're very busy men.
Yeah, but this seems sincerely serious.
Yes, but like, how did he had no way of like
Knowing that.
Yeah, and they have no way of knowing that.
Kettlesteam says, "No. I could tell, I knew that Burley and that strange clown man," those of you who would have been here at the carnival for a while would know the strange clown man to be... What's his name?
Strange cloud man.
Thako. Thako the clown. Anybody? No? Thako the clown. He is essentially the bodyguard of Witch and Light, a powerful spellcaster and a rather powerful man in his own right. Basically a hobo clown who always wears a big frown on his face. But Kettlesteam continues, going on to say, "I could tell by the way that strange clown reacted when I said I was looking for news about Zilbina. They threw me out immediately. I knew they knew something. So I snuck into the staff area. And I may have overheard Witch and Light talking." Kettlesteam opens her mouth, and out comes Mr. Light's agitated voice. "Someone is going to find out about this! They'll shut us down!" Followed by Witch's calm yet firm reply. "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Coven take what it wants, and in return we stay in business. That is what you want, right?"
Oh.
Kettlesteam snaps her beak shut. "I have to know what they know. I have to figure out what they know about Zilbina. She could be in danger."
Why would you imitate them?
That's how he does things, right? That's the Kenku way.
That's not... Mr. Light and Mr. Witch wouldn't say things like that.
This is no imitation, I'm afraid. This is a mimicry.
Yes. So that means they actually said that. There's no way for him to lie about this.
It's just a repeat.
I don't believe it.
Ask them yourselves.
I will when we go speak to them.
I will stop my disruptions, I promise. If you promise to ask them about Zilbina.
Hey, give my friend his voice back.
Yeah, that's part of us like talking to Witch and Light is you gotta give the voice back.
And I recommend you apologize to the mermaid. You genuinely upset her.
I admit my
In
tactics had become
multiple
a bit extreme at the end. I began becoming desperate. I will apologize to her. Of course, in the guise of someone else. I don't wish to let everyone here know who I really am.
You also have harmed her by taking the voice of her actual paramour, her love.
Their love is strong. I saw it. I was going to give Candlefoot his voice back tonight, and he would have been able to propose again by tomorrow morning. It was never my
Now.
intention to do permanent harm.
Well, you know you could have.
And were the weird, crazy zombie things your thing? You're doing too?
Oh no! Oh no! It is a sign, a symptom of something darker happening within Prismere, I'm afraid. I don't know exactly what it is, but no, I had nothing to do with these incursions. In fact, I was almost eaten by an enormous frog creature in the lake after the dragonfly incident.
Frog.
She nods. Some sort of enormous behemoth of a toad with tentacles, and I barely escaped with my life.
That normal?
Toad? Is that a...
No,
Which
that is
light is it?
that is very not normal. Decidedly abnormal.
Let's solve
Okay.
one problem at a time. I think this is one that we can check off the list. Problem solved. As long as you actually give the mime back his voice and apologize to them.
I believe you all. I believe that you will ask them. Kettlesteam looks towards you, Aura. Sorry for delivering such unfortunate news about Witch and Light. I don't believe they've done anything intentionally or with malice in their hearts, but they have something they're hiding. I only wish to know what, and if it could help me find out what's happening with Zilbina.
And I just kind of cross my arms and just slightly walk away from the Kenku because I'm very upset. I'm doing like a pouty teenager kind of whatever.
Alright.
Finding about the problematic things people you vitalize have done.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly that. People that have given me purpose and home after running away from my parents with my brother. I'm very upset to hear that they could be doing something like this and do not want to believe it.
Okay.
Sounds like we're going to have to figure out we're going to go talk to them tonight. Get it down to the bottom of it.
I really don't believe they would do anything like that to harm the carnival or its patrons.
What's the highest passive perception amongst you?
Not me.
You're muted.
What was
Oh,
that,
I got a 16.
16. Kettlesteam has vanished.
Wow.
Womp womp.
Curious servant, curious sir.
I don't trust that Kenku.
Maybe Kettlestein said that just to sow more chaos and doubt in our hearts.
I mean, they are from
But
the
how would
Fae.
Kettlestein be able to forge the mimicry?
Magic is very powerful. We've all seen it. Maybe they're telling the truth, maybe they're not. We won't know until we talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And I'm not taking their word until I hear it from themselves. From the misters themselves.
Okay. Just know if this is true, they might just dance around the subject.
I don't believe so. But we'll see.
At least we got our friend's voice back.
Are we concerned about that thing that almost ate them?
Maybe it's gone now.
I'm always concerned.
Would it make you feel better guessed if we went to just go check it out before heading to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
Yes.
Okay. I take her hand, fingers interlaced, and I start walking with her.
Zapper's gonna interlock arms with her on the other side.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
scowl at my brother.
Revan,
just-
what do I even keep you around for at this point? Help me.
No.
Dexterity checks.
From the twins?
Let's do a just a Congo line all the way there.
Just watch if you strike around.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Yeah, the dexterity checks.
Okay. Haha.
So
Help.
help. So you all do arrive back at the Dragonfly rides and see that it is closed down.
Is our tree friend there? I forget his name. My iPad
Yes.
died, so I can't check my notes.
Northwind.
Are there any like tracks or like?
Northwind and Red.
They're there.
Northwind still has my hair in his branches.
He does.
So the dragonfly rides are shut down, and you see Northwind looking out over the water, scanning over it, and Red scurries down. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, everybody. The dragonfly rides are closed. There won't be any more rides this evening. We'll reopen.
Oh.
Will we open tomorrow?
Not here for the rides.
We know about the frog.
What Zomp said.
That's why we're closed. We haven't had a sighting in a while, but it ate one of the dragonflies.
Well, we're here to avenge it. We'll track it down, kill it for you, and then you can reopen.
Well, it's been a long time since there's been any sightings. A lot of people think it might have moved on already. But we won't have time for any more rides tonight anyways. It's almost time for the crowning. Red looks up towards Northwind. Northy, do you think I might actually get it this time? Northwind looks down and says, everybody has a chance to be the Witchlight Monarch, Red. Northwind turns towards you all. The creature has been not seen for some time now. The guests have all vanished.
Where was it last?
Sorry, Hank, 1 second. Go ahead.
Oh, where was it last seen at?
Red.
Oh,
Out there, in the center of the water. It just leapt up and ate one of the dragonflies. Luckily, it was without Ryder at the time.
Oh, the creepy carnival music's very nice.
Revan is frowning and kind of looking out there, trying to discern if there's any place this thing could be resting at.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make a survival check. Okay. Revan, judging by the size and nature of the creature that's been being described to you, the water's too shallow. If it was here, you would see it. There's really nowhere for it to hide here.
Ooh, very strange.
I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Hank. You first. You finish up.
Revan just relays this to the party. Just kind of says, if this thing was big enough to be one of those dragonflies, I don't think it could currently be here. We'd see a sign of it.
Northwind nods and agrees. One of those strange portals must have opened up somewhere in the water. From what we've been hearing, they closed pretty quickly after. We're hoping that whatever it is went back to where it came from.
If not, we'd be able to see it, or at least see where it was disturbing the water at this point. A pity. I was going to play a little bit of sniper on it.
Well, maybe we'll have another chance.
Oh well.
Something tells me these incursions are probably going to keep on happening.
Well, they have definitely livened up the event for me. But anyhow, I suppose we should be on our way for the crowning event since we're supposed to speak with the proprietors right after.
Revan, as you say that, the sun finally sets. For anyone who's been paying attention to the sky overhead, it has been a perpetual state of twilight for the past 8 hours here at the Witchlight Carnival. Now night has finally fallen. A horn sounds from the big top. Red and Northwind begin to gather their things and hurry, making their way with haste, eager to make their way to the big top.
You just see Zephyr just clapping, like, "Oh, it's time, guys!"
The second he lets go of me, I'm going to switch seats.
I make sure to sit in between you and him so he doesn't bother you.
He's just gonna reach over her and start poking her.
I pick
Oh
his
my god.
Oh my God.
I see him doing that and I move his arm and I just like push it up so he's just like flailing around in my hand.
Oh god. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Ara.
I've seen my
ferocious, terrifying paladin. Damn it!
I've seen my brother
Aw,
bothering
you're so
you
cute.
all night, so I'm just like fed up with him at this point because I understand he has no self-awareness of personal space because I've grown up with him.
Yes, as
So
you
I'm
say
just
that, fists on your waist, your butterfly wings kind of out a little bit.
You're so pretty.
See, in my
It's
head,
nice.
I'm picturing that Revan and Zampano have a bet on how long it's going to take for Gas to punch them.
Or Aura's just sitting in the middle. Like, stop.
Like, please just play nice. Play nice.
Your hands to yourself.
It'll
Zephyr!
it'll be sooner rather than later, Zampano. You can tell she's running out of patience.
Okay, yeah, okay. But for Zephyr's case, he probably knows like when to ease off, and then when to like really hang for it to just like really keep this going.
Am I
Yeah.
able to hear Zomp saying this to Revan? Are you guys talking hushly about this?
No.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm just still startled that Revan betrayed me.
If Zompano is saying like, oh, I'm just waiting to see like when Zephyr is gonna like whatever, I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, you realize it's Zephyr, right?
Yep, exactly that. He's gonna get punched.
Put me down for
Or
2
worse,
silver.
I don't know. I don't know Gas too well.
Put me down for 2 silver in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, true. He has no
Can I-
sense of actually self-restraint.
And I just
Is Arthur
sink
gonna
in,
move now so that she can win
Yep.
that?
I just sink into my seat just a little bit to give you a perfect line of sight without hitting me.
Fantastic.
I'm like, I'm
Zephyr's
ready
like,
for
you look
her.
so uncomfortable, sis. Why are you sitting like that?
don't
Sit
worry about it.
upright.
I'm
Four.
good.
3, 2, 1.
No, now he's bothering Aura. Gas is fine.
Or is used to it. She's like, yep, I'm fine. I'm great. I'm good.
River, that is a couch, not a trampoline. Thank you.
Never see someone
it's
walk around
definitely
selling
a
candy cane and start smacking Aura like, oh, give me candy cane or candy.
So
no,
we've
not
clearly made our way to the big top.
cotton candy.
We've clearly made our way to the
Derailed.
big top. You all are in your seats, waiting for the event to begin.
I'm holding cotton candy for Zephyr in one hand.
Yay!
Fantastic. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Yep. My face hurts from smiling. That's good. All right.
That little dude smacks the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Power of anime.
Power of God and anime on my side.
God. Okay.
Okay, continue, Sean.
Sorry.
Ah,
We've been
the
away too
face.
long.
My face. Okay. Oh. All right. What do we do?
We're
are
waiting
we?
for the announcement. Who
Why are we
won
Fantastic.
the monarch?
The entirety of the carnival has gathered under the big top. Once again, massive inside. The tent from the outside is no small thing. However, once you're inside, hundreds upon hundreds of people are comfortably seated around the central stage. And what else is with you all? What kind of cool stuff have you all gathered? Right? We've got Zephyr's spider. We've got
I have
our
wine.
puppet friend. You've got your wine. What?
I've also I got candy as well.
Nice. What else do we got?
And I still have pixie dust. I got
Dust.
2.
Fantastic.
And my puppet buddy.
Yes, your
Got that.
wizard puppet.
The wizard
Yes.
puppet of existential dread and ontological questions.
Fantastic. Okay. And Zephyr, what was that spider?
It was
I
a
remember-
stuffed.
Spider climb.
They gave me spider climb for an hour.
Ah,
It's just
nice.
a stuffed spider that animated stuffed spider
That was like session
attached.
1.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 hours ago.
Okay. All right. Cool.
But I still have my candy,
Fantastic.
so
The flaps of the big top close. The entrances close, and all of the guests have entered in. The lights begin to dim. Spectators all begin to take their seats. Anyone who is wandering around getting cotton candy, popcorn, whatever it may be, settle into their seats. The only lights come from the lighted rows and alley and walkways that lead towards the center of the stage. As the final spectators begin to take their seat, Durlagun, the Displacer Beast, bursts from the back curtain with a mighty roar, several times larger than she normally stands. Enlarged by magic, she lets loose this mighty roar, and atop her back rides Mr. Witch, the Witchlight staff raised high overhead, its bright silver length extended, the butterfly in gold atop it spinning like a weather vane. Mr. Witch, thank you all for a wonderful evening! Thako the clown comes out from behind, escorting Mr. Witch
What?
as Mr. Light continues his oration.
What was that clown's name?
Thako.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, thank you.
Like fact zero.
Like that, Zero. Taco the Clown. Mr. Witch and Darligan stand and continue their oration as they circle the audience. The entire time, Darligan continues to shrink down to her normal, still impressive size. And finally, Mr. Witch hops off of the Displacer Beat's back and says, "It is time, once again, as many times before, to crown our Witchlight monarch. Who among you has brought joy to this wonderful event? Who among you deserves the title of king or queen of the Witchlight?"
I'm just gonna point at Aura.
You see Zephyr shoots hands up. Ooh, 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 me!
You are certainly not alone, as many among the audience begin shouting and raising their hands and waving.
Aura just sits back up in her chair, kind of like more proper and royal-esque.
Fantastic.
Revan is damn sure it's not him. He just kicked back.
Awesome. So, as all of this continues on, Mr. Witch and Thako kind of enter in from the back and take a seat in a small little chair near the back and just watch a tiny little smile, the brightest of looks that ever graces Mr. Witch's face, as he watches the proceedings take place. As Mr. Light's oration winds down, Candlefoot, a beaming smile on his face, steps forward. Welcome, one and all! It is our greatest honor to present this high honor.
You said honor twice.
Candlefoot looks over towards you. Gives you the over-exaggerated mime frown. And holds up a hat box. And says, only one may be crowned the Witchlight Monarch. And it is my honor to present to Mr. Light the crown, so that the Witchlight Vein may choose the most worthy among you. Mr. Light takes the hat box up, still holding the weather vane high overhead, the butterfly in gold decoration spinning wildly still.
Am I able to tell if that's the real Candlefoot?
Yeah, make a insight check.
I'm not very good at those, but let's risk it for the biscuit.
That is Candlefoot.
You see a little sparkle reach Aura's eye.
Lasha rises from the center of the stage in a massive fishbowl and begins a joyous song. Many of you would know that this is her customary song for the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. And as she sings, Mr. Light wanders around the audience and the crowd with his weather vane out, the top continuing to spin. Somebody please roll me. 1, 2, 3. A D10.
I'm on it.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. Mr. Witch continues his circle around as Palasha's song begins to wind down. He stands directly before all of you. His eyes kind of drift over towards your group. He points the weather vane towards the 5 of you. One of you shall be crowned this evening.
Zephyr just collapsed like a child.
Oh.
Which shall it be? Who has brought the most joy and will bring the most joy to come to this wonderful place? He approaches, waving the weather vane back and forth. The butterfly spinning much slower now. It spins faster as it goes in one direction. He goes across, it slows to a stop. He continues, it goes faster. He comes back.
It's totally gonna be you, Aura. I can already feel it.
Until
Thanks,
it is
Gareth.
pointed at Aura, and it stops.
Yay!
Fireworks explode throughout the carnival. And Candlefoot approaches with the hat box. The Weatherlight Vane has chosen, says Mr. Witch. Says Mr. Light. They remove the Witchlight crown and present it to you, Aura.
Aura very straight face, just stands up, bows to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and takes the crown and puts it on my head.
The crowd erupts, clapping and cheering. Northwind approaches, and several of you know what is to come next. The parade of the Witchlight Monarch. A
I don't know what
throne
that entails.
is placed atop Northwind's highest bough, and you all begin your march through the streets of the Witchlight Carnival. Palasha following closely, her song echoing through the carnival, with Candlefoot walking closely beside, smiling softly at her.
I'm just doing that princess wave still. There's very like regal like expression on my face that the like you could just see the happiness in my eyes, and that's really all. And I'm just like doing the perfect princess. Like you could tell I've practiced this very often because I've been waiting and just thank you for being here today. Ace, that's exactly what was going on in my mind. So it's perfect that you put that. And I'm just waving and waving. And in my head, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They really like me. They love me. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yay, I get to be Royal Guard.
Fantastic. Okay. So, for the rest of the evening, all of the Witchlight employees refer to Aura as Her Majesty, or Your Highness, other such honorifics, and the parade circles the entirety of the carnival before finally returning to the big top, where Mr. Witch and Mr. Light thank everyone for coming, and look directly towards the five of you. Give you a small nod before turning and heading back towards the staff area. The rest of the carnival continues to cheer and celebrate and slowly disperse as the carnival begins to wind down to its ending.
So, do we follow them?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
You seem
And I just start walking after them.
Yeah. You
Very
sounded so
awkwardly.
determined.
Riven falls into step beside Gast, keeping a lookout as they follow along.
Okay. Fantastic. So, Aura, as the celebration has wound down, the crown itself vanishes from you. However, a pair of butterfly wings sprout from your back where you were wearing your fake ones. These ones very much not fake. You gain a fly speed equal to your walking speed.
Oh, that's
Like,
amazing.
forever?
You also gain a +5 bonus to all charisma-based ability checks.
For like ever? Or is this just for now?
Forever.
Forever. That's amazing. Take it
Oh,
and go.
+5 to. I'm writing it down. Hold on. Charisma checks.
That's amazing.
And 30-foot fly speed.
So
Can my
among
wings-
the others who were eligible to win that was Zephyr's Spider, the Puppet, and Kettle Steam, who was 2 seats behind you all the whole time.
My spider?
Huh?
Wait, what?
The spider could have been crowned.
Awesome.
I
Oh, so my
almost
wine won
just
me
made that
one?
happen, but I wanted it to be random. What's up?
My wine got me the win.
Possibly.
Oh.
I mean, I would have supported the puppet if it had.
Same.
Yeah. Yes. All hail the puppet.
Oh wait, I get it now. I'm so stupid. You're saying the spider could have won Witchlight. I thought it was like our things that we got were the reasons why we were never. Ignore me. I'm just head empty, fucking dumb.
So, heading back into the staff area, Thako gives you all his traditional deep frown as he stands directly in the doorway that would lead towards the staff area. He kind of looks over all of you before stepping off to the side and allowing you all to pass.
Just give him a nod and be like, yeah.
Can we do
We're
some insight on this
expected.
guy?
Don't get used to it,
Like-
Zampano.
Okay, whatever you say, mister. Who wanted to do insight on him?
I was just wondering, like, can we? Because he's so like unsoothing. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I'm sorry. And it sucked. So he's just a creep. Got it.
Now I am curious.
That is terrifying. I regretted sharing that immediately.
Oh my.
Indeed. Okay. So, as you all walk into the staff area, a bugbear wearing dungarees, fairy wings, and a helmet made of a jack-o'-lantern approaches you. Follow me. Management is expecting you.
Yay!
The bugbear leads you all to a circle of wagons. Leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon, he puffs on a bubble pipe and gestures you all in. Mr. Witch
Hello.
and Mr. Light sit in their rather extravagant trailer. Two massive armchairs resting on either side of a wide, what do they call those? The tables that sit in the middle of the fireplace in front of the large coffee table.
Coffee table?
Yeah. But they welcome you both in. Say, Mr. Witch, you all have made quite the impression tonight. Quite the impression indeed. Mr. Light, congratulations to all of you on your wonderful performances, on how much joy you've brought to us, and of course, to our Witchlight Monarch. Congratulations to all of you. We couldn't be more happy to have you here gathered. Couldn't have hoped for better candidates. Please,
Candidates.
Mr. Witch, indeed. We have been waiting for this one such as you for some time.
Oh, waiting? Is there more to this than just hanging out with you guys for a bit?
Mr. Witch kind of furrows his brow. Kind of looks like, what? When was that ever an option type of thing? Mr. Light, unfortunately, yes. Pressing matters have driven us to take risks we normally wouldn't. Please, make yourselves comfortable. He gestures around to the many couches and pillows and seating areas throughout the car, throughout the wagon.
I just curtsy and take a seat.
Hmm.
What were we supposed to ask about?
For the Kenku, the
Yeah.
Pixara.
So, as you all settle in, Mr. Witch, Witchlight Carnival has not always belonged to Mr. Light and I. Under different names, we owned another carnival a dark event that prowled the edges of the Shadowfell. Many years ago, our paths crossed with another carnival from a place called Prismere. And after much wine was consumed, the owner of that carnival and ourselves could not agree on which was the better of the two. Our menagerie of dark delights or this place of wonder and light. So we all decided it would be great fun to swap ownership. Mr. Light, Isolde, the Eladrin who ran the Fae-themed carnival, was named. She traded places with us, under the agreement that this arrangement would last until the two carnivals met again, which has not yet happened and is not foretold to happen for many, many years to come. Mr. Witch, but recently, dark forces have taken control of Prismere, and the new management has learned of our arrangement. They threaten to force a reunion with Isolde should we not comply with their demands to allow them to steal from our guests. You can see just the distaste he has for this concept. Mr. Light, we managed to work a deal that they could only take from non-ticketed guests. But we cannot keep track of every entry, and some slip past us and fall victim to those things that prowl our carnival.
How long has this been happening?
Too long, I'm afraid. Many years. Many years.
He's got gas attention.
So it's true then.
Mr. Witch looks
That's
towards
why we.
you. Obvious sadness and regret on his face. We have been watching these many years for those who may have what it takes to enter Prismere and free the realm of their blight and return it to its rightful owner, the Archfey Zilbina. We've waited too long, I'm afraid. Go ahead, Aura.
Oh, you see just an instant kind of like sadness take over Aura. Because like she's realizing, okay, wow, the Kenku really was telling the truth, and maybe Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't who I thought they were. She still trusts them more than the Kenku, though, but she's just worried.
Mr. Light looks towards you, and you can see the expression change, and says, "We do so love our carnival. We wouldn't have made this arrangement if we had any other choice. We've been waiting for the right people to come along. But with these incursions, something is happening over there, and we've run out of time. Luckily, you all came along at the exact moment when we no longer had time to wait."
Well, isn't that lucky?
Which,
Or
lucky indeed.
I don't know what
Or-
I have, but I'm throwing it at the back of this kid's head.
who had 30 minutes? Who had 30 minutes?
I think we were
no, I
all
said
bet earlier
5.
than this.
Extreme
I said 5
restraint on gas.
yeah. Damn it, none of us went, so we all just keep our money.
Damn it. He knew we were betting.
Which, the veil between our world and the realm of darkness and the Feywild have grown thin. We believe it to be Mr. Light. We believe it to be their doing. He gets it out quickly, and you can see his throat kind of begin to
they?
puff up a bit. And then it... And out comes a massive serpent.
Oh, shit.
Light takes his cane and pulls from the right side across himself, his cane sword, and right into the head of the snake, and then hucks it out the window.
I was about to ask if it was venomous, because if so, Raven was gonna pack it up.
So,
As part of our
guess
pact,
we're-
we cannot speak against them.
I see.
Who's them? This coven.
Hags are not to be crossed lightly, I would assume.
Indeed.
People like you would know that.
So you see how dire our situation is. We know that they could force the meeting between us and Isolde's carnival, and we would lose everything we have here. We've made such a wonderful home for so many people here. It's not just for our own sake that we keep this pact, this dark deal.
How can we help?
I'm guessing get rid of the hags.
Which would stand. We can send you to Prismir.
Oh, that was very well timed.
It was very well timed.
And we're gonna go ahead and take our break, everybody. Alright, everybody, we're back. You all have just concluded your audience with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They are beginning to escort you away from the staff area and back towards the Hall of Illusions. As you walk, Mr. Light says, each of you has lost something to them. It's one of the reasons why we've been keeping such a close eye on you tonight. Find what it is that you lost, and you will be well on your way to restoring Prismir to its rightful owner. Each item that they take adds to their power. And then watch as you all are approaching the Hall of Illusions. Restore Prismir to its rightful ruler, the Fey Queen Zilbina. Safeguard this place for yourselves and for your friends. And they lead you up and into the Hall of Illusions, the carnival taking on a very different atmosphere now. Everyone gone, the shops shuttered, everything closed down, nobody left around, the lamps dimmed, everything preparing to be broken down and carted away the following morning. The Hall of Illusions stands empty. You see the image of Tasha out front. Once again, everyone keeping their distance from it. Mr. Light gives a nod and a tip of his hat, Ilgwiv, and proceeds into the Hall of Illusions. As Witch and Light move through the hall, their reflections in the mirrors show them as gloomy, Shadarkai children, with your own youthful reflections following behind. Soon, they call you to halt. The mirrors now reflect everyone's true age. Mr. Wish addresses you in a hushed tone. Everything you seek, and more, lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through, stand in front of the glass and repeat this rhyme. He turns away from the glass. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where. Mr. Light approaches. The land of Prismir is a vast place, split into 3 smaller kingdoms, hither, thither, and yon.
Oh, that makes sense.
One of each of them controls each place, and they each possess something of yours. Be careful. Our contact with Prismir has been sporadic of late, but from we can see something dire is taking place there. Be careful with who you trust. Good luck. They step back, and mist begins to swirl in the mirror, blotting out your reflections. Witch nods. Recite the rhyme. Find what was lost. Preserve this place of wonder for years to come. And he steps back.
That person's just shrug like, oh, okay. And he's gonna say the rhyme. Hither, thither, here, and there, wander yonder, show me where.
The smoke and swirling mist stops, freezes in place, and begins to drift out.
He's gonna walk to the mirror.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
All
follow
right.
closely behind.
As you approach the mirror, Zephyr is the first one to touch it, and you see him bodily yanked through.
I touch it
Oh.
right away.
Son of a shit.
As soon as I see him yanked, I would
Bye.
reach out to grab him, but probably end up touching the mirror instead of grabbing him.
You are also yanked through, followed closely by...
I get Revan by his cloak and I touch the mirror.
Oh my God.
Zompano. As you step forward, Witch puts out his hand and puts it on your shoulder. Mind the rule of 3. Future, past, and present. Light then
past, and present.
says, find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last. And then Witch gives you a little shove.
Okay. Oh God. Cannonball!
Find the alicorn.
That was a lot of information to just dump on us. Right at the beginning, right as we were going away.
Mind the rule of 3.
Oh, good times, good times. Good
What the fuck is an alicorn?
times. What the fuck is an alicorn?
Alligator unicorn.
If
Oh my
I
God.
remember, isn't it like a cross between a unicorn and a Pegasus?
Oh, I want one.
What was
Like
the
I said-
last part?
Oh yeah, it's a winged unicorn.
Everything
is black. Darkness.
Darkness
Darkness.
Hello,
surrounds.
darkness, my old friend.
Hey, we're on the same wavelength.
Not to be dramatic, but I can't fucking see.
You all can feel wind rushing past you. Leaves blowing through the wind. A fell moan on the wind.
This is somehow Zephyr's fault.
Always Zephyr's fault.
He's the one that recited the poem, so it is his fault.
You stumble as if dropped from about 4 feet in the air, spilling onto a muddy roadway.
Zephyr's gonna grab Gas arm like, let's go!
Oh my God.
We don't even know where
we
we're
don't
going.
even know where to go.
Zephyr, we
Yeah,
don't
well,
know
I
where
wanna
we
stay Here.
are.
It's gross and it's creepy.
It kind of looks like Revan's home.
Oh, where is home?
She's referring to the fact that I prefer the wilderness and the wilds as opposed to the, well, what most people call civilization. Just running heedlessly is not a good idea, though.
Well, are there any like signs that where we are?
Who's got survival proficiency?
Survival or Arcana. Anyone proficient?
Ooh.
Proficient in Arcana may make an
I
Arcana
am.
check.
I will make an
Survival.
Arcana check.
Can I do survival?
Oh. Is it worth
Meh.
taking that 15? No, I won't. I'm gonna save it.
Can any of us make survival checks?
Any of you can make survival checks, yes. Aura, something seems off about this place, obviously. You can't quite
Oh.
figure out.
I'm not wasting my roll.
Okay, fantastic. So, between Revan and Zompano, you both can determine that you are on a sort of wagon trail. It seems well enough traveled. Likely the last wagon passed by here a day or two ago. There is no sun. A gray light from above is the only light that is illuminating this place. But there is nowhere to track which way is north, east, west, south. No celestial bodies. No source of the light from overhead.
Can we tell which direction the horses were moving
Yes.
by the hoof prints? Cool.
Yeah. You seem to be on a north-south road. The last wagon that passed by here seemed to have been heading north.
How far? Or how long ago?
Day or
About
two ago.
Day.
With Revan's 24 critical success, about 18 hours ago.
Well.
The horses were brown.
How deep are the wire? How deep are the tracks? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Are they? See what they were carrying.
It's just a wagon of balls.
God.
Grandpa's ball.
Grandpa's balls.
Well, well, considering that we are strangers to this land, it may behoove us to actually follow this and see if we can encounter whoever else was along this trail.
As you all do so, why don't you level up to 2?
Hooray!
Woo.
As we would be walking.
Oh, wait, let me make sure the compendium's on real quick. It should be, but let me double check before anyone starts anything.
Walking, 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 walking.
We're walking on sunshine. Woo.
Ah!
You hear from somewhere deep in the wood, and don't it feel good?
Love an enchanted forest.
You know, I got a magical sense from this forest.
The
Can't put my finger on it. Maybe
The
it's that
compendium
just
is on.
sings.
No, if everyone actually is doing this, Revan is just going, Maliki, help us, they're all going to die.
And wouldn't you be sad? Divine Smite. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
Sorcery point.
I don't know. Level 2 is not a super exciting level for most of you. Our paladin does
It is
get some
for
cool
me.
stuff. Cool.
I get Jack of all trades, Song of Rest, and
Awesome,
Magical
awesome.
Inspiration.
What is Hoplite?
That's fine.
Fighting style
I-
Hoplite.
Roman soldier, like sword, like the shield and long spear style of fighting.
Oh.
It is technically a third-party subclass, but you are welcome to use it if it catches your fancy.
I get wild shape finally.
Nice.
I just get sorcery points. I get cool things next level.
Yeah,
I
level 3 is the
think-
big one.
I'm gonna take great weapon fighting since I do have a halberd.
Cool. Yeah.
I feel like that would be most helpful.
A halberd would definitely trigger that.
Spells. Cure wounds. Bless.
All right. Can I get... Actually, never mind. Revan, as you all are traveling through the woods, you hear something in the distance in the brush. Sounds like a wounded animal at first. Stumbling through. You hear it approaching. What do you do?
You said I hear this approaching, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I hold up my hand for everyone to stop. And I... cautiously try to slip to the side and see if I can identify what's approaching.
Make a survival check.
Give me one moment. I'm having to.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Once you level up, go ahead and throw a survival check up. Whatever's out there is stumbling around aimlessly. They do seem to be working their way in your direction, but there's certainly no intent. It's not like they're charging at you. More just stumbling around. Again, much like a wounded animal. Revan has put his hand up.
Okay, let me go here. Survival.
Go ahead.
Come on, scroll down a bit. There you are.
Okay.
Oof, terrible.
You are unsure of
We're
what
all gonna
approaches,
die.
but you hold your hand up, stopping the party. A few moments later,
Can
go ahead.
I take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. What do my elf I see?
It is a person, stumbling through the woods, crashing through branches, stumbling into trees, tripping over puddles and whatnot, until finally, this individual, go ahead.
Does it look like one of the zombies that we fought?
Can't see him yet.
Okay.
From your
Are
18, though, you can tell that he's going to emerge on the trail any moment about 10 feet ahead of you all.
Are you
Should we
okay?
hide?
Oops.
Yes, you call out.
Too late for that.
And the rustling and the crashing through the underbrush suddenly stops. Hello? Is somebody there?
We're on the road. Are you okay?
He stumbles out onto the road. Oh, thank the fire mind. I haven't seen another person in days. Please. He stumbles forward. His clothes are strange. Obviously quite opulent, at least for the standards of the Sword Coast, but filthy, tattered, shredded. He's obviously wounded. His leg dangles behind him as he drags it along. Please, can you tell me where we are? Where is this place? What is this? How did I get here?
I do not know. Who are
We
you?
went through a mirror. Were you at the carnival?
The carnival? Why would I be at a carnival? I was
never mind.
simply going about my business in the 10th district. When I went down an alleyway to go and see the alchemist, and I just stepped in. I must have bumped into this mirror, and suddenly I'm in this forest. No idea how I got here.
Mirror.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah. He is genuinely terrified and has no clue where he is, very disoriented and quite afraid.
Okay. How long have you been here, mister?
I don't know. It's gotten dark twice. There's things out there in the darkness.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
barely escaped them.
What kind of
Barking,
thing? Sharp teeth?
barking and howling and scratching and biting and clawing. I barely escaped with my life.
Biting! Biting, you say. Biting.
Please, I require medical attention. Are any of you a healer? I would have gone to the healers in the 4th district if I had been home, but I don't know where to go here.
Yeah, I can spare healing. Or do you want to heal?
Well, I have some lay on hands, which might help with keep our spell slots, right?
Yes, that would.
Okay, so
I also have cure wounds if needed, because yes, I got a few spells as a ranger, but it's not like the end-all be-all when it comes to a level 2 ranger.
I can give him 5 points of laying on hands.
Please, whatever aid you can help. Ah! And he falls backwards. Ah!
Oh,
And
is he dead?
grabs at his leg, pulls away
Yeah.
his cloak, and you can see a massive bite wound.
Oh shit, he's a werewolf.
Enormous.
Yeah.
Please! Help me!
Yeah.
We should probably kill him.
What?
No,
What have
I'm
I done to you?
He's
starts
gonna turn into a werewolf,
sliding
and we
away
have no
from
way to
you,
remove a curse.
pushing himself away. Get away from me! What is this cursed? Ah! And as
Laying
he
hands.
screams,
Oh no.
his
Oh, no.
jaw begins to
no.
elongate. You see fangs. He throws
Anyone
his
with a
head
big
up,
heavy weapon.
and you can see high overhead a moon.
Oh,
He lets out a howl, and his transformation begins rapidly.
Guys, I don't think he's friendly anymore.
Is he okay?
I think I'm gonna back
No,
up
he's
now.
not okay.
We should go.
Roll
I don't think
initiative.
we're gonna get that up.
He stands. The wound on his leg suddenly healed. Long arms, longer than they should be, nearly dragging on the floor. Deep, heavy breaths. What has happened to me?
No, no. Please, may you.
I messed up and did not do it right.
Just fix
He
it.
throws his head back in a primal howl and charges forward.
Wait, which forward? Because who's in trouble?
Let's see. To Zephyr.
whoops.
Karma at last.
Oh no! Well, here we go.
Mine is not where it should be. Huh.
No, you have it as a 2316. I didn't see you roll that.
Yeah, he
oh,
did
you
it
were.
up.
I rolled,
Okay.
but I had not looked at my token, so I had to re-roll and put it in there.
There you go. We both critted. Boom. Revan would go first.
Revan. You see him turn towards Zephyr, let out a low growl, and charge at him. How do you react?
What I'm going to do is draw a single swords. Focus for just a little bit. And, Revan seems to move a little bit quicker than he usually does as he casts Zephyr Strike on himself.
Nice.
And 5, 10, 15. Got advantage on one weapon attack, and it does an extra 1d8 on a hit.
Its
One of my
attention shifts to
favorites.
you, Revan. It whips around towards you and lets out a snarl.
Uh, 15, since it has advantage.
15 hits.
And I did pick up the dueling fighting style, so 10 points of damage normally, plus a D8 of... Well, D8 of force damage.
Revan, as your blade strikes, it does not cut. Unable to pierce this creature's hide, but as it does strike, the force booms out from it, staggers it slightly. It takes 3 points of force damage.
And, 1 second here. And until the spell ends, my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, so... I moved 50 feet, and I got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45... There we go.
Okay. Its eyes wildly follow you, Revan.
I just smile and beckon them onward.
Zephyr.
Zephyr's kind of scared. He's like, you're one scary mother. Cast the...
Wisdom saving throw result is... Ooh, you all see that? A 12. He does fail.
He takes full damage and has disadvantage on his next attack. And now... we're gonna run! Boom. And that will be his turn.
Aura.
Cool. I am going to... Yeah, I'm gonna move like here into like up against the tree,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot a firebolt at him.
Nice. 15 hits.
4, 3 fire.
Okay. It howls, and you all get the scent of burning hair on the wind.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Zompano, you can pick any one of those 4 squares that you are currently partially in to occupy. Gask, same for you.
For that one.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm going to do is use my bonus action to turn into a giant spider.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Just.
Okay, good stuff. I'll pull one in for you right now.
Cool. Love it. That's
Ugly ass spider.
neat.
Okay, one moment. Can be edited and controlled by Zompano.
Gas runs. That's bad, right?
I make sure to just like pulsate my like abdomen as I'm like charging up the spinner rat.
Oh god! What a combination of words that was.
And yeah, I'm gonna shoot a web at the baddie.
God damn.
To pulsate your abdomen.
Right? Those are words. Those are certainly words.
Those were
Oof.
words.
Oof. Oof. Let me see if I want to use my...
That's what you get, motherfucker.
Would a 13 have hit?
A 13 would hit, yes.
I'm gonna use my
Okay.
inspiration.
13 to 13 plus 5.
Oh yeah, plus 5, yeah.
Why didn't it roll advantage on that out of curiosity? Oh, web. Oh, no,
yeah,
it's
web.
not, that's not an attack roll. That was the recharge that you just did. So when you hit
that's the
web,
recharge.
it's a target is restrained by webbing as an action. What? It is a weapon attack. That is weird. Okay, let me fix that.
Yes.
That button is all messed up. Okay, let me...
Broken.
Broken.
I think because it's a weapon action, it has a recharge, and has a DC attached to it.
Right. So I can just
Oh,
attack, ranged,
that
to hit, plus
spider
5,
is
okay.
awful.
It is awful. It's terrible. And then
I-
it pulsated.
I didn't have the page open because I was putting new gifts.
What
in
button
for
did you
ones
press for
needed
that?
it.
Zomp?
Just the attack plus 5 part.
Okay.
It's also on D&D Beyond. It's pretty messed up as well.
Okay, so it's working as intended here. So I'm going to turn the token actions for it. And
Okay.
you should just be able
I'll
to
use
hit
that.
web. So go ahead and do that, since that was just a d6. I mean, you can keep your 13 if you want. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we're working. Okay, that hits.
Okay.
So,
Actions.
smothered in sticky webbing, the creature howls and snarls and focuses its attention towards Zompa Spider. Spidey
Well,
Zomp.
I'm gonna. Spidey Zap is just gonna
Spidey
climb up
Zap?
the tree.
Ah,
Spidey Zomp
Just like backwards walk all the way up the tree.
does whatever a Spidey Zomp does.
And then just like click, click, haste. And he is restrained for now.
Okay.
And yeah, that was bonus action and turn. And
Zomp.
whatever Spidey Zop does.
Can he swing from a web? I don't know. If
I'm a
he
Spidey
can.
Zop.
Look
Okay.
out, he is a Spidey Zomp.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's going to bring us to Gast.
Gast is literally going to hug her halberd through her chest until Spidey Zomp goes up the fucking tree. There's
Oh,
a
he is in the
werewolf
tree.
literally 15 feet from her, but the threat is Spidey Zomp until Spidey Zomp is up in the tree. And now that he's out of sight up in the leaves, she's gonna like actually breathe again. Please warn me before you do that.
I just got this. Sorry, it was a flat minute.
I don't think Spidey Zomp can speak, so it'll be like...
Yes, so I'll be clicking.
You just hear the chittering.
The werewolf is seeming like the much better option now.
Yeah. So Gast's eyes are going to start glowing, and she's going to hex the werewolf.
Nice.
And she's going to take a step forward, and then she's going to stab the werewolf.
Stab.
You get it.
You
You
have
get
Hex as
advantage.
a paladin.
What? What was that,
You have,
Doug?
you have Hex as
I'm a
a
hex
paladin.
blood.
Hex blood.
Hex blood, dude.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I was confused.
11 is no good.
Uh,
Too distracted
maybe
by Spidey
restrained?
Zomp.
Well, that just gives
okay.
advantage.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'm just gonna be like, bleh, and I'm done.
Okay. Target restrained as an action. The restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check, bursting the web on a success. Okay. I think it is going to just try to burst free. It roars enraged as it tries to lurch towards Gast, but cannot move. It is then going to make its check.
Probably strong enough, but it wastes its action.
It does get an 18 on that check, ripping away the webbing and then crouching as if ready to pounce at Gast. Revan.
I'm going to do my depend a little bit. One of the things I possess is a hunting trap.
Okay.
If I set the thing, can I like throw the trap at it to try to have it spring to latch it onto this thing to hold it in place?
Yeah, I think that would work. Let's go ahead and put, is there text for hunting trap that we can take a look at real quick?
If I can, I found it on the Roll20 compendium. Let me go ahead and put this up right quick. You copy it?
Okay.
Because I did not know this until I just looked it up because I was pondering this.
Okay, so you gotta use your action to set it. This trap forms a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps in pressure plate. Okay.
I'm just not sure if I can set it and then yeet it.
Yeah, I will allow it.
Okay. I'm So he's going to set this thing.
What's your strength?
He has a flat 10 strength.
Flat 10. I will say you have to be within 10 feet to yeet into its range.
Oh, I understand. Since he took Zephyr Strike, he's got the speed to get up there.
Sweet.
5, 10, 15, 20. I can get a little closer. And, do you want me to try to make an attack roll?
No, if you're just going to yeet it into its general direction, then you can just do that. It's already got to make a save against it, so all good.
Okay, and then at that point, I'm going to...
You got in biting distance, Hank. You know what happens when you're in biting distance of a werewolf.
30,
Every
35,
damn
40,
game.
50,
Become a werewolf.
55, 60.
He does not provoke opportunity attacks.
No,
Zephyr
I don't.
Strike.
Nice.
Indeed.
You understand. Every game where there's a were thing, Hank gets bit.
Well, there's still plenty of game to go.
Where do I get to become a werebore again and maybe actually go do it this time in this game?
So I suppose he has to make a DC 13 dex save and to see if he is trapped by it or not.
Okay, we're going to do that on his turn when he moves.
Okay. Okie dokie. That's my turn.
Zephyr.
What do I want to do? Just gonna continue hurling insults at the ugly bitch.
He still has not made an attack since your last one, just FYI.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't want to waste a spell slot just yet.
Word. Wisdom saving throw result is a 16.
Boop. He doesn't take any damage.
He still is under the effect of the last one, though, I believe.
Agreed.
Oh,
All right. Revan and Aura, you hear a rustling from behind you.
Oh no.
Suddenly, a cloaked figure appears, as if out of thin air, emerging from an invisibility spell. Kettle Steam. He says, "Look out!" and runs around you and throws out her hand for an Eldritch Blast at the werewolf.
does she have that if she's broken her connection with her warlock? Or with her patron?
She does, indeed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hear
For
that, guys?
a 22 to hit and
Warlock.
7 force.
Warlocks don't need no stinking patrons.
Because they give the power, and then even if you've lost connection, you still have the power until they take them away.
That would also be my
Oh, yeah.
interpretation.
I dig it.
Aura.
You said that it hasn't made an attack yet,
It has
correct?
not. You all have
Can
done
I
an admirable job of locking it down.
Can I cast message and say in its head, we won't harm you if you just calm down for just a moment. We're just as confused as you are. We just got here. We mean you no harm.
Aura, you sense rage, pure and animalistic. I will allow you a persuasion check. What is your... I want to say a DC 20.
Oh.
You said a persuasion?
Persuasion.
Oh, you got a +5, sissy.
I don't think she took persuasion.
I don't have proficiency in it, so...
Is that not a charisma check?
It is.
It is, but she took deception. I took persuasion.
Still would be a
Yes, but she
+5
has-
because of
she
the
has
monarch.
+5.
Oh yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
I clicked the +5 and I'll make sure to mark this off.
Good luck.
Can I take the 20? I want to use my inspiration for this game.
You may. The wolf kind of, you can see its muscles tensing and untensing, its fists balling up and emerging with claws, blood in its palms where its own claws have pierced it. It flexes and tenses once, twice, and then you see it kind of hunker down, putting his rear closer to the ground, much like a dog would.
Aww.
It puts
Let's
its head
keep
down,
him.
its ears go down.
Good boy. I'm saying this in his head, like, good boy. We promise no harm, and I start to like slowly inch up. Can I give him a head pat?
Yes, you can see that he is still actively fighting this, though, Aura. Kettlestein would approach and give you a nod and open her mouth, and in the voice of a human from Cormyr, slight accent. Well done. However, while the moon is out, he is not himself. We must be quick from this place if you intend to leave him here.
Where do we go? Oh, I can't talk. Click, click, click.
Chitter, chitter, chitter.
I'm going to grab my trap in that case.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna crawl down and stand next to Gaff.
Kettlestein, throws up her hand.
It's Zompano.
Gast is going to full on fucking faint.
And I'm just gonna load up the spinnerets and spin a web to carry Gaff.
Oh god!
This is my nightmare.
This is my nightmare. She's gonna come to being dragged by a giant spider all webbed up.
She's gonna end up stabbing Zomp with the halberd.
Doesn't matter. Like if the spider dies, I'm still at full.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be stuck in a fucking web, and then I'm just gonna punch you.
Yeah.
I can tell that he's actively fighting me, like soothing him, and that we should just
right.
go.
It's more like you have quelled this curse on him. He has some semblance of control over himself, but it is brief and it is fleeting. He is losing himself more by the moment.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go, slowly and calmly, but
Up to shit him out.
and I'm just like pushing everyone, like, thank
I'll
you
take
so
her
much,
guard.
sir. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like standing behind Revan, like, Revan, can you just watch
Zapper's
her
gonna
backs
ride
as
on
we
the
leave?
back of the spider.
Yeah.
So, as you all depart, the form of the creature still hunched over, it begins to kind of rise up as you all go. Once you're maybe like 30, 40 feet away, all you see of the creature is the silhouette. Then you hear a twig snap somewhere in the distance behind it. Its head snaps in that direction and it bounds off after the sound.
Aw. I hope he finds a way to find his bliss.
May he pee on many a tree.
Let's just hope we don't cross paths with him again under another full moon.
Maybe he'll figure out a way to remove the curse before then.
I don't think that's how it works, Zomp.
Oh, it's done? It's over? He's full wolf now?
If you heard the thoughts he was having, or the way he was communicating, you would know right now there is no remnants of that man left within him. Very little.
He also does not seem like the sort of individual who'd have access to the metaphysical power to shatter a curse on his own.
No. That's much out of my wheelhouse right now. Can I look? What's the Kenku's name again? I'm so
Kettlesteam.
sorry. Kettlesteam. Okay. Can I look to Kettlesteam and be like, "You're from here, or somewhere near here.
Kettlesteam.
Where are we?"
Kettlesteam shakes her head. She says, "I don't know exactly where we are, but I can tell you where we are not. We are not in Prismere."
Then where are we?
She shakes her head. "The planes are in flux. The borders between the Fae, the shadow, and the real are thin. You must have stepped into someplace else. There. Signposts. As you all approach to a crossroads, you see a four-way intersection as you head northward. On the roadside, off to the left of these signposts, clearly visible before you all can approach and read the signs, is a gallows with 5 nooses hanging from it. As you approach, the signpost has 2 arrows pointing north, pointing east and west, and 1 pointing south. The signpost pointing south says Mount Gaucus. The signpost pointing west says Kresk. The signpost pointing east says Valakai. Kettlesteam looks towards you all. "Do these words mean anything to you?"
The mountain one seems familiar, but I don't have my notes.
Mm-hmm. You will find what you seek at the theater at the top of a mountain. Zephyr.
Yeah. So, the mountain intrigues Zephyr.
I get history checks from anybody proficient. Or, if anybody knows where you are, your character may also know.
Would my character know?
That's the thing. I don't know my character would know or
Yeah,
not.
I don't know. I don't think I would know, so I'm not
How
gonna
famous
know.
is Barovia?
White.
Barovia?
Yeah, this is where we are.
Yeah.
We're in
No,
son of a bitch. I don't
Lord.
want
Yeah,
Son of a
we're back in
bitch.
Barovia. Don't talk to any mirrors.
Don't talk to the guy in the
Yeah.
mirror.
I mean, we came here through a mirror, so technically, I have no idea what's going on, so I'm really excited to be in the dark right now, because I have no idea what this place is or anything. And that's Mel, like, I'm absolutely in the dark right now.
The ruler of the place is an asshole, I can tell you that.
Oh, boy.
I gotta say, I don't know if my character would know or not. Like, he's got a +1 to intelligence, but I don't know if that's enough for him to know.
I would say a proficiency in history would mean you can know if you want to. Otherwise, you can make a history check and you can let that decide on your character, because the place is famous enough and...
I'll do a check in that case.
Okay.
Because I mainly did it for the nature proficiency.
Nice.
I might go ahead and take my...
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, so...
Yeah. Oh, heck, why did I do it? Why did I do it, Doug? I already had it wrapped up, it looks like. Anyhow, yeah. Yeah, we definitely did not arrive in where we're supposed to be.
Kettlesteam says, "I have seen other strange portals. They look like standing mirrors One was on the side of a road, another deeper in the wood. This place must be some sort of focal point for whatever is breaking in the plains.
It's a land known as Barovia.
Kettlesteam nods. I've heard of this place. Ruled by a vampire. Great power. We must be careful.
That's putting it mildly.
If the portal brought us here, there may be others that can take us to Prismir. I suggest we search.
That is what I would say too. Does anyone think any place looks more promising than the other?
The Zephyr would be like, the mountain sounds familiar. I think I was supposed to go to some kind of mountain.
Kettlesteam would warn you that anything that would pertain to Prismir would not apply to this place, Zephyr.
No.
You are not in
Yeah.
Prismir.
With
So
that
we
19, he'd probably realize that.
Yeah.
Then, I don't. What were the other two names?
So the
The Lucky was
signpost,
one.
Valakai, Kresk, and Mount Caucasus.
Okay, I remember all that. Okay.
Kettlesteam said she saw 2 other such portals. One deeper in the woods. And
Is
another
Valakai the
on
one
the
with
side of the
with-
road.
Is Valakai the one with the pond?
That's Kresk.
Kresk, thank you. Valakai was the middle town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like picturing the map in my head, so I'm trying to remember.
Well, we have 2 options basically, because there are 2 towns, and we got to start with one.
I feel like Valakai. As long as Zampano doesn't talk to any mirrors, we'd probably be safe in Valakai.
We have to talk to Mirror.
As you say that, Zephyr, looking behind Zampano, hanging from one of the trees, is a very large mirror.
Oh,
That was not there a moment ago.
Son of a bitch.
well. Do you want
What
to
do we-
check it out?
What about that mirror there, Birdman?
Kettlesteam would approach it and kind of hesitantly look around inside of it. On the other side of it, you see a massive city, sprawling as far as the eye can see. The mirror seems to exit out onto some hillside overlooking the city. Constructs of steam, and smoke, and fire belch fumes into the air, and you can see some sort of green, pale light exuding from a massive mansion set high atop a hill. Kettlesteam would shake her head and say, "That is most certainly not Prismir."
Okay. What does Prismir look like? What should we be looking for?
Well, if what Witch and Light believe to be true is true, she kind of pulls out a piece of paper. "I am sorry, I may have taken some liberties with their belongings while they were escorting you to the Hall of Illusions."
You sly thief, you.
She says, "The Queensway Bridge is the exit to this portal, where they would have expected to arrive. The Queensway Bridge looks over hither and hither to the east and thither to the west. So we should expect to see vast open fields, golden wheat waving to feed her people, and beautiful snowy mountain peaks to the east. And at the center of it all, the glorious palace of Zildina herself. It is a wonderland of sorts, you see. We will know it when we see it." I have been away for many years, but I will never forget the wonders of the place.
So I guess you're coming with us, huh?
I will accompany you to the portal, yes.
Wonderful.
Do you know who the dormant queen that the misters were talking to us about?
Can only assume they mean
Alicorn?
Alicorn. Zobina has spoken of it to me before. I will think on this.
So we're off to see the wizard?
You wonderful Wizard of Oz, I guess.
Because. The wonderful thing.
Wonderful wizard
Thinks
of
he does?
Oz.
That there is no yellow brick road here.
This is the true Oz. The Oz they never wanted us to see.
Oh no.
Alright,
Okay,
so...
so which way?
Yeah.
Valakai?
I
Go
don't
to
know. I'm
Valakai?
trusting you guys, because I don't know where we're going.
We're
I think
just
I'd rather go to Valakai than Fresh.
I hear there's a wonderful healer in Kret.
Where are we going?
Valakai.
Valakai it is.
Yeah.
That's I think that's their over-rounding name that's been called out.
Okay.
I'm game either way.
I'm following you guys because you guys seem to know where we're going. I have no idea. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Zephyr would definitely have some intrepidation either way.
Yeah. So to Valakai we go.
Okay. So heading in that direction, it does not take long before standing squarely in the middle of the road is another mirror.
Oh, thank God. Let's take a look at it.
Looking in, you see deserts, great pyramids in the distance, and some sort of army marching. Skeletal.
Oh.
Cattle Steam shakes her head and says, "Nope," and walks past it.
Yep, that was a big nope right there.
Mm-mm.
Heading towards Valakai?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's the city with the Burgomeister. Oh my God.
Yeah, Burgomeister, the church.
So
I'm having
Ian with the good
flashbacks
gear.
into that clusterfuck of a mission.
Yep.
I ruined the stealth mission so bad.
Yeah, you did. That was so great.
I'm gonna need to hear stories about this and know which. Is this on the YouTubes?
I don't think
No.
I don't think I was recording the sessions by that point.
No.
Okay, I was
But
gonna say.
You always hear me talking about John not allowed to talk to mirrors. That's the mission he's talking about.
Yeah. They were like negotiating with the big bad, and a mirror assassin was like, "Hey, just give me a name." And I was like, kill that guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
And the mirror did it.
And I wasn't expecting the mirror to do it. I thought it was like a weird illusion thing.
Alright, so as you all continue on, you pass by another mirror. This one. A deep and dark jungle. You see a pair of explorers hacking their way through the underbrush on the other side of the mirror. Seem well equipped. seem to know what they're doing. They take a few more steps, and a massive Venus flytrap closes around them both.
Oh, nope.
Fuck that shit.
Hora walks right away from that. No thanks.
Nope.
Looks sweaty. I'm good.
Right. Finally, after an hour or two of walking, you come to another signpost. Sign pointing eastward says Valakai. And looking down the road, you can see the rooftops of a small village in the distance. A fire seems to be burning brightly at the town square. See the smoke and the light illuminating the gray haze. You can almost hear singing. Except low and haunting, almost a chant. And there's another mirror next to you. This one looks over a vast swamp and blighted mountains. A bridge cuts through the center of it. Broken, much of it lying in ruins. Kettlestein runs up to the mirror and grabs it by both of the sides. No! It can't be!
What's wrong?
I think that
It's Prismir, but it's sick. Oh, what have they done?
hags, man.
You must go. You must stop them. Bound by the pact with Zilbina, I am not to return, or I would go with you. I would be going myself. I would have gone long ago. She looks around. I have heard of this place. There are more of my kind here, the Keepers of the Feather. I will find them. I will find a way to help you from here if I can.
Keeper of the Feathers are awesome.
You must go to Prismir. You must stop them. You must free Zilbina from whatever ensorcelment they have her trapped by.
Oh, I
Well,
guess.
Well, we have to do it to save the carnival. So if we're not doing for Kettlestein, we'll do it for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
This might be bigger than the carnival at this point.
Yeah.
Kettlestein, I wish you the best of luck. I will send whatever help I can from here for you, and try to warn you if any more of these mirrors open up, if anything goes through them. Good luck, and may the gods watch over you.
Yep. Try not to get bit.
Where, Cancun?
And with that, you all step through into hither. Once again, making contact with the mirror pulls you bodily through it. One by one, you each go through, Kettlestein watching as you go.
Bye.
You stand at the edge of a raised and broken causeway under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape, but large sections of it have crumbled away. The parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from this murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also arising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds. And we're going to call it a session here.
Cool. Love it.
So